I'm Father Joe Roesch of the Marian Fathers of the Immaculate Conception. Thank you for joining us as we continue with our year-long journey reading the diary of St. Maria Faustina Kowalska from beginning to end. Today we take up from where we left off, beginning with diary entry number 294. Once the Lord said to me, "Act like a beggar who does not back away when he gets more alms than he asked for, but offers thanks the more fervently. You too should not back away and say that you are not worthy of receiving greater graces when I give them to you. I know that you were unworthy, but rejoice all the more and take as many treasures from my heart as you can carry, for then you will please me more. And I will tell you one more thing. Take these graces not only for yourself, but also for others. That is, encourage the souls with whom you come in contact to trust in my infinite mercy. Oh, how I love those souls who have complete confidence in me. I will do everything for them." At that moment, Jesus asked me, "My child, how is your retreat going?" I answered, "But Jesus, you know how it is going." "Yes, I know, but I want to hear it from your own lips and from your heart." "Oh, my Master, when you are leading me, everything goes smoothly, and I ask you, Lord, to never leave my side." And Jesus said, "Yes, I will be with you always, if you always remain a little child and fear nothing. As I was your beginning here, so I will also be your end. Do not rely on creatures, even in the smallest things, because this displeases me. I want to be alone in your soul. I will give light and strength to your soul, and you will learn from my representative that I am in you, and your uncertainty will vanish like mist before the rays of the sun. O Supreme Good, I want to love you as no one on earth has ever loved you before. I want to adore you with every moment of my life and unite my will closely to your holy will. My life is not drab or monotonous, but it is varied like a garden of fragrant flowers, so that I don't know which flower to pick first, the lily of suffering, or the rose of love of neighbor, or the violet of humility. I will not enumerate these treasures in which my everyday abounds. It is a great thing to know how to make use of the present moment. Jesus, Supreme Light, grant me the grace of knowing myself and pierce my dark soul with your light, and fill the abyss of my soul with your own self, for you alone." And then it trails off. "O my Jesus, the life, the way, and the truth, I beg you to keep me close to you as a mother holds a baby to her bosom, for I am not only a helpless child, but an accumulation of misery and nothingness." The Mystery of the Soul, Vilnius, 1934. When, on one occasion, my confessor told me to ask the Lord Jesus the meaning of the two rays in the image, I answered, "Very well, I will ask the Lord." During prayer, I heard these words within me. The two rays denote blood and water. The pale ray stands for the water, which makes souls righteous. The red ray stands for the blood, which is the life of souls. These two rays issued forth from the very depths of my tender mercy, when my agonized heart was opened by a lance on the cross. These rays shield souls from the wrath of my Father. Happy is the one who will dwell in their shelter, for the just hand of God shall not lay hold of him. I desire that the first Sunday after Easter be the feast of mercy. Ask of my faithful servant, Father Sapochko, that on this day he tell the whole world of my great mercy, that whoever approaches the fount of life on this day will be granted complete remission of sins and punishment. Mankind will not have peace until it turns with trust to my mercy. Oh, how much I am hurt by a soul's distrust. Such a soul professes that I am holy and just, but does not believe that I am mercy, and does not trust in my goodness. Even the devils glorify my justice, but do not believe in my goodness. My heart rejoices in this title of mercy. Proclaim that mercy is the greatest attribute of God. All the works of my hands are crowned with mercy. Here Jesus teaches Faustina to ask for graces, and Jesus delights in giving us graces despite our unworthiness. He wants to help us to grow. He wants us to trust in him. That gives him room to act in our hearts. He teaches Faustina to remain like a child, without fear. In her prayer to God, Faustina speaks of knowing how to make use of the present moment, offering up different types of sacrifices, of sufferings. The present moment is where God's grace is available to us. We waste time if we dwell on the past or on the future too much. Use the time we are given well. Faustina also speaks of receiving the grace of knowing herself. That is why the examination of conscience is so important, so we know where we need to grow. And Father Sopochko asks St. Faustina to ask Jesus about the meaning of the rays in the Divine Mercy image. And she finds out that they represent blood and water. Water makes the soul righteous or just. This is through baptism. Blood is the life of the soul. Our life is conveyed by the blood which flows through our veins. This also represents the Eucharist, the body and blood of Christ, which gives us the gift of supernatural life. Jesus also speaks of the Feast of Mercy, the second Sunday of Easter, or the octave of Easter, and of all the graces that are poured out on the world on that day. Jesus reveals that the world will find peace only by trusting in God's mercy. And Jesus longs for us to trust in him. Let us believe in Jesus' goodness and his mercy. He states that the devils don't believe in it. They're cynical, but we need to trust. Jesus states that mercy is God's greatest attribute. Let us sing of the mercies of the Lord forever.